So I suffered from alcoholism and drug addiction for a long time. And I think what happened is that I wasn't curious about the feelings I was having that caused me to use those substances to numb myself. So I would just get those feelings. They weren't necessarily anxiety, but whatever it was. And as opposed to being curious about them and maybe trying to understand their root and change that behavior, I just would mask them by, at that time, my better offer was a drink or something. And the problem with that loop is, like you said, I never went through it. So it just repeated and repeated and repeated and repeated.
Yeah, I have a number of patients in my clinic who have turned to alcohol for anxiety specifically. And they learn, I'm thinking of a patient right now who was drinking 6 to 8 drinks a night. And it was all because he was trying to avoid or escape from his anxiety. So we first had him map out his habit loops around that. And he realized that he was drinking in order to get rid of his anxiety, but it was just making things worse. His health was bad, all the bad things that come from drinking a bunch every day. And he was able to quit drinking just from seeing that, and also learn to work with the root cause of that drinking, which was his anxiety. And so, if we can see that these are band-aids, whatever we're turning to, whether it's alcohol or ice cream or cake or social media, that these are just band-aids that might actually just be perpetuating the processes, then we can step out of those. And we can also learn that we can relate to whatever the underlying issue is probably much more easily. And it sounds like, that, well, I certainly see this a lot in my clinic, that can be extremely helpful.